Moonlight traces silver lines across the palace pond, turning the water into a mirror of the stars. In the center, a single lotus rises, its petals pale as polished ivory. Princess Aiko walks the stone causeway, barefoot and alone, leaving the heavy scent of incense behind. Inside the palace walls, she is a masterpiece of artifice, wearing masks of fine silk and performative smiles for the court. But here, under the vast sky, she seeks only silence. She sits by the water, knees pulled tightly to her chest, watching the flower. It does not speak, yet its slow, steady opening anchors her spirit to the earth. One night, a soft rain begins to fall, blurring the line between air and water. Droplets strike the surface, creating ripples that pulse toward the center like a heartbeat. Aiko dips her fingers into the cool pond, watching the surface vibrate against her skin. She begins to speak to the lotus, her voice a mere thread of sound. She whispers the names of the dead, those she has lost to time and duty, and speaks of the crushing weight of her royal crown. She admits her profound loneliness to the stillness of the night. As she speaks, the lotus continues to unfold, petal by petal, revealing a soft inner light that defies the darkness. Aiko releases a long, shuddering breath, letting the rain wash away her tears. Days blur into weeks, marked only by the changing light. Courtiers present endless suitors and gilded festivals, but Aiko ignores their noise, her heart elsewhere. Each night she returns to the sanctuary of the pond. She watches how the water effortlessly absorbs every ripple, and how the moonlight touches every shadow with grace. She is learning a new tongue, the language of patience. She realizes that the lotus does not hurry its bloom for the sun, nor does the water fear the storm. She sits in contemplation, allowing the stillness to seep into her bones, replacing her frantic thoughts with the steady pulse of the natural world. One evening, as the air grows heavy with the scent of damp earth, the lotus tilts its head toward her. Aiko laughs, a bright, sudden sound she has not made in months. It echoes across the water, startling the silence. She presses her forehead to her knees and whispers a solemn promise to finally forgive herself for her perceived failures. She understands now that forgiveness is not a destination one reaches, but a daily practice, as constant as the tides. The weight that has pressed upon her chest for years begins to lift. She sees her reflection in the water and does not look away. The lotus stands tall, a witness to her vow, glowing with a quiet strength that Aiko finally recognizes within herself. Spring arrives with a burst of color. Aiko wakes before the sun, walking the palace corridors no longer as an actress, but as a woman truly living. She offers a kind word to a tired servant and listens deeply to a grieving mother from the village. She tends to her own needs with quiet discipline. The lotus blooms in its own time, unconcerned with expectations. One morning, Aiko finds the flower surrounded by a chorus of frogs. She smiles, unconcerned with who might be watching her joy. The grief remains, but it is lighter now, a burden she can carry with grace. The lotus did not heal her, but it taught her how to bloom again. She returns to the pond, ready to face the day.